Good morning, everybody, and I think if we've got this right, that today for you is Thursday. And you'll remember that all this week we are looking at being thankful, full of thanks for the things that make us really, really happy. And we're going to return to something that really came up a lot last week when we were talking about being happy. And it's something that a lot of you put into your jars of happiness. I wonder if you can guess what it is. We're going to think about today why we are thankful for our pets. And the page in the book says, I'm thankful for my pets because they keep me warm. Now, you may well be sitting there thinking, well, hang on, Mrs. Scarterfield, I don't have any pets. Lots of you do, but some of you won't. Well, I'm here to tell you today that when I was your age, when I was a little girl, I did not have any pets at all. My parents were the kind of parents that didn't really enjoy animals. They didn't understand kind of how joyful it can be to have animals in your life. And I always wanted a pet. I even tried to just persuade them to get me a goldfish once, but to no avail. They wouldn't let me have any pets. But then, children, when I grew up and the very first house that I moved into, I was determined to get a pet because I was so sure that pets would help to keep me feeling happy, and I really wanted to have a pet in my life. And would you believe, in the very first house that I went and moved into, I met my very first pet. I say I met my first pet rather than went and bought her, because I literally found her, and she was sleeping and she was living in the dustbin outside of my my house, and she hadn't been very well treated at all, and she was scared, and she was really, really dirty. I'm going to show you. So I was grown up, so I was probably, how old was I? Let me think. I must have been about 19 when I got my very first pet. She was a cat. You know I like cats. Here she is. It's quite an old photograph. Here's my very first pet, and she was a cat. And her name was She Cat, and she was a stray, and no one was looking after her, and she came and lived with me. And the one thing I didn't know about She Cat was she was also pregnant. And so quite a few the weeks and months after she first came to live with me, I had no idea she was going to have babies. Came home one day from college, and there she was in her cardboard box, and she'd had a litter of 5 kittens. So that was something else that I had to learn to look after and be a responsible pet owner. And since then, I've had lots and lots of cats. I've still got Tara with a very big meow. And Tara did have 2 brothers. She was a part of a 3-cat litter. And these 2 brothers have already gone to Rainbow Bridge, which is the way we talk about it in our house when pets die. And one of her brothers was Sherlock, very handsome fella. It's called Sherlock after Sherlock Holmes, who was very clever, because Sherlock was very clever. There he is. And her other brother was called Barnaby Brown. There he is, Barnaby Brown. And he was a very sweet and gentle cat. And I really am thankful for all of my pets, the ones that I've had and the ones that I still have, because they make me feel good. When I get home at the end of a day at work and I might be tired or grumpy or a bit fed up, my pets make my house feel welcoming, and it makes my house feel like a home. And I think now I'd never not have a house where I didn't have a pet. So if you do have pets, I'm hoping that your teachers are going to find some time for you to talk about and think about why you're thankful for your pets, because I certainly am. And if you don't yet have a pet, like I didn't, think about when you're grown up, perhaps when you have your own house, what type of pet would you like to have? And before I go today, I've got a very special treat, because some of you haven't heard from her for a long time. I'm joined today by the lovely Miss Horsefall, and she's going to tell you all about why she's thankful to have pets in her life. So I'll move over, and Miss Horsefall will move in and tell us all about her lovely pets.
Hi everyone, I haven't seen you all for quite a while. I know I've seen some of you, but some of you I've not seen for quite a long time, so it's lovely to see you all today. So I'm really excited to talk to you about pets today, because as a lot of you already know, I have a really special doggy called George, and I'm very, very thankful for him. He makes me feel really, really happy, and I've brought a little picture to show you here. Here is George, and he's wearing a little autumn harness, ready for his little walks. Now, recently he's started not to like walk very much, and he's preferring to stay at home and sit on the sofa, so I have to try and coach him to come outside. But I love it when I get home, and George is so happy to see me. He's wagging his tail, likes to give me lots of licks and lots of kisses, and my favourite thing to do on a night is for him to sit on the sofa with me after my hard day at work, and he always likes to look after me when I'm sad and when I'm upset. He's always there for me. He always comes over and gives me a little lick and a cuddle to make sure I'm okay. And he really is part of my family, and I would really miss him if he wasn't here. So I'm sure you've all got lots of pets at your houses. I know my class, we were talking about pets yesterday, and a few of the children were talking about what pets they had, and I'm sure you're all thankful for what you've got at home. So it'll be lovely to hear from you all about your pets and why you're so thankful for them. So I think that's all from me.
Well, thank you. I'll just come and say bye. Me again. So here's a little job for you, okay? If you have got pets at home, then make sure that when you get home today, you just tell them. Give them a stroke, give them a pat, whatever you do to your pets. I've also got some rabbits who like their ears scratching, so I might give them a little scratch behind the ears and say, I'm really thankful that you live here. I'm really thankful for my pets, because it's so nice to appreciate what we have. And if you're like me and you don't have any pets yet, then maybe on a little bit of paper at home, you could write down a little wish for the future of a pet that you would like to own and look after. My daughter's just started a special course at college all about looking after animals, and she's decided, you won't believe this, children, I don't know how I feel about it, even though she's had cats at home and rabbits at home, that when she has her own house, she is going to have, wait for it, a snake. I'm not sure how I feel about that. She really likes snakes. I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure I'll be visiting, but maybe I'll get used to it. So if you haven't got a pet now, think about the future. If you do have pets now, be thankful for them and tell them how wonderful they are. Give them a treat, give them a little scratch behind the ears, whatever it is that makes them happy. We are thankful for our pets, and that's today's reason to be thankful. See you later.